Okay, it seems like the Luna video did quite well, so we're going to take it a step further with BLACKPINK. Now you'll notice that I'm ranking every BLACKPINK song instead of just title tracks because, excluding solos, features and remixes, BLACKPINK's entire discography has the same number of songs as Luna has title tracks, and both of these acts started releasing music in the same year. Let that sink in. Before we begin, however, I would like to say a few words about BLACKPINK. Though I've been critical of their music as of late, please know that at the end of the day, I just want the best for them. BLACKPINK were well and truly the act that got me into K-pop, so this channel might not even exist without them, and I owe them a lot. Anyways, this is the only correct ranking for BLACKPINK songs you will ever see. That is obviously a joke, but let's get started. Look, I've reviewed every song on BLACKPINK in detail, so if you want to hear my complete thoughts, then make sure to check out that video. After this one, don't click off, I'll put it in the end screen. Now, Typa Girl is absolutely not my type of song. That beat is just, hey, stop it, make it stop! I particularly despise the unimaginative braggart writing, and aside from the pre-chorus, the song is just not a pleasant experience. And yeah, I just hate that instrumental so much. Next is Bet You Wanna featuring Cardiovascular Bronchitis. After listening to this again, I just want to pretend it doesn't exist. And no, it's not even because of Cardi B, man. The song was doomed from the start. The vocal processing is atrocious on this track, coupled with some discordant melodies and irritating refrains, hugely diminishes any chance of this song being considered as up to standard. Crazy Over You, another terrible B-side from the album with its goofy ass beat. One of the worst choruses I've ever heard, if you can even call it a chorus. It is just them making random noises.
How is this real life? How is this a real thing that a mainstream artist does on their song?
And I really don't care for the rap either. You've long outstayed your welcome at this point. Oh, Pink Venom. Honestly, this song was exactly how I'd expected it to be when it dropped. It's everything that a stereotypically bad BLACKPINK song should be. You got blaring intro, rap, pre, inane hook, and god-awful party chorus. It is very much a derivative product of the tried and true formula, and a testament to YG becoming totally complacent with the unparalleled status of its flagship group, knowingly putting out a crappy song but also being certain that it will be showered with praise from simple-minded individuals. Moving on. I actually really liked this song when it came out, but once again, to quote the Luna video, that was before I started listening to music with my brain. If this was released in 2022, it would have ended up in the gutter right next to Pink Venom. But I mean, that was the previous entry, so... Anyways, my immature, underdeveloped adolescent self unironically enjoyed that pitiful excuse for a chorus. Although I can appreciate the production during that segment, those hooks are catastrophic. Finally, of all the party choruses they've done over the years, this might just be the worst one ever. How you like that? Not anymore. Tally Ho is actually not bad, it's only here because of my utter indifference toward it. Its heart is in the right place, the melody is solid, but it would massively benefit from simply having a faster tempo, as the current arrangement comes off as overly lackadaisical. It is also a song where they collectively decided to use up their obscenity quota, so there's that. Number 23, Love to Hate Me, a surprisingly appropriate statement as to how I feel about BLACKPINK's recent output. It once again features the characteristically braggadocious writing and whimsical ad-libs, basically two of the biggest red flags when it comes to their music. Lisa's rapping during the bridge sounded good, but there's not much else going for this song. You Never Know, a very chill, straightforward ballad, easygoing. The fans, myself included, will no doubt enjoy the display of impressive vocals, but other than that, nothing spectacular. Can I Kick It? This song is like Tally if it was more interesting. There are some odd production choices on here, like the incessant shifts in momentum from free-flowing groove to lumbering breakdowns, creating a jarring listening experience. This song really had the potential to be great, but its efforts are thwarted by a lack of focus and instrumental inconsistency. Ice Cream Chillin' with Selena Gomez. I'm not crazy for this song. I don't think I've heard it more than once since it came out, but you know, it's harmless fun, it's a catchy pop tune, and that's all it needs to be. I'm really not a fan of the writing on this track with its excessive use of double entendres, but I guess that's what happens when you have 8 different writers working on a track, with one of them being Ariana Grande. I highly doubt that I'll ever listen to Ice Cream again, or even talk about it for that matter, but it is what it is.
It is what it is. It is what it is.
Coming in at number 19 is the brazen and bombastic Kill This Love. This was my first comeback as a Blink, I guess, or even as a K-pop fan in general, my first big comeback, fully overwhelmed by the hype and appeal. Looking back 3 years later, it just doesn't hit the same way. Thankfully, all of the chanting is not grating enough to annoy me, and in a shocking turn of events, the party chorus is actually a highlight for me. This song, however, the chorus especially, made me realize the things that I truly value in K-pop. Ready for Love. Sure, it's only the biggest girl group in K-pop doing generic tropical EDM, but this plainly predictable piece of pop is still far more pleasant than much of the pointless posturing that pervades their other projects. I'm having too much fun writing this video. Why don't we pull up You Know to shut down? I've spoken lengthily about how much I enjoyed this more than Pink Venom, but it is still the same old Blackpink. Catch me when you hear my Lamborghini go vroom 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 vroom, whip it whip it whip it whip it. It was fun while it lasted, albeit not very long. I can only pray to God that they give us one last hurrah before their contract expires next year. Okay, might upset a lot of people with this one. Who am I kidding? I've probably offended half of the fan base with most of the things I've said in this video, but Whistle is honestly so weak. The production is far too minimalistic for my liking. The members sound like they're leisurely coasting through this song without throwing down the gauntlet as they should. The pre-chorus is excellent but builds to a whole lot of nothing, and it's honestly hard to get excited for something so unimpactful. That whistle sound will be forever iconic, whether I like it or not, but the rest of the song is borderline monotonous. They only get extra points because, you know, it's 2016 Blackpink. Next we have Yeppen Jangan Savage. I ate this one up when it first came out. I thought it was one of the bangerest bangers of 2020. In hindsight, it's still one of the more enjoyable tracks on the album, I feel, but nowadays the unrelentingly brash and self-indulgent nature of the song gives me pause upon revisiting. Hit You With That Do 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 Do. This song really took the world by storm. It's one of my earliest introductions to modern mainstream K-pop, and also the first in a long line of unimaginative girl crush title tracks for Blackpink, which at the time would have been forgivable. Its central hook is exploitatively appealing on the basis of its simplicity and effectiveness. The powerful and badass concept is likely to resonate with a lot of listeners, but me personally, I prefer a bit more nuance and innovation to go with it. Regardless, it's still one of the most famous K-pop songs to ever exist, something that cannot be taken away from them. The Happiest Girl in the World, a very soothing ballad if I've ever heard one, beautifully performed. Make sure to watch my full review, link in the description. Number 12, Hard to Love. Got nothing but nice things to say about this song. It just seems like a really chill jam sesh with Chaeyoung on the mic. The rock infusion is music to my ears, literally. It's hard not to love this song, if anything. Just say yeah yeah yeah. Well, if they can release a title track in the future that's at least as good as this song, that is exactly what I'll say. Retro in K-pop seems to be something that people either love or hate. The detractors say it's outdated and overused, while I personally think it's one of the greatest trends to emerge in recent memory. As a synth rock track, Yeah 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 is super bare bones, and I agree that they could have done a lot more with it, but the mere implementation of a propulsive beat and strong melody is enough to put it above pretty much all of their material from the past 2 years. Number 10, Hope Not, one of Blackpink's best mid-tempo slow jams, strongly recalling the gentle and calming mood of Stay, which you'll hear more about later on in this list. It's got a lovely melody, the girls sound phenomenal, which is what happens when they actually get to sing, and yeah, still a very pleasurable listen 3 years down the line. You know, sometimes I forget how much I enjoyed Square Up, and See You Later was a reminder of that. This whole retread has made me realize that I still like that EP, except for the title track. I applaud the simplicity of the instrumental that drives the track forward, and the hooks which are mostly on point. While the chorus does leave something to be desired, there's no denying the sheer addictiveness of that titular refrain. Another great B-side from their 2018 mini-album, I honestly cannot point out anything that is particularly impressive or groundbreaking about this track. The composition is adequate but not amazing, it cruises along at its own pace without incident, the payoff doesn't reach any sort of dizzying heights, but I think this song succeeds simply because of how easy it is to listen to and vibe with, and sometimes that's all it takes for me to enjoy a song. It would be an understatement to say that BLACKPINK had some big shoes to fill in the wake of 2NE1's waning career, but they effortlessly channeled the performance prowess of their seniors for this high-octane debut. Boombayah bursts out of the gate with its bombastic energy, memorable rap verses, and immense pre-chorus, which builds to one of the most wildly hyperactive beat drops of all time. The song is a bold statement of intent, letting everyone know that they were a force to be reckoned with. And yes, I recycled that line directly from my first video, which you can check out here. Stay! The girls completely knocked it out of the park with this 2NE1 style ballad. From the immaculate songwriting to the melancholic tunefulness and delivery. It's really hard not to feel emotional listening to this song after knowing how much they've been through. The pace picks up in the chorus, giving us a sing-song hook for the ages, with the harmonica being the cherry on top of a very delicious cake. The gorgeous melody shines through in spite of the reserved production, and all of these things in unison make Stay an undisputed gem in BLACKPINK's discography. Alright ladies and gentlemen, we have officially entered the top 5. This is the real deal right here. Forever Young does everything that Ready for Love tried and failed to do. It's BLACKPINK at their melodic zenith, harnessing an effervescent and youthful energy to create an anthemic, danceable EDM hype track. It also houses, in my opinion, one of Jennie's best rap verses to date. Jisoo, Rose and Lisa all get a chance to flex their vocal muscles, and it's an all-round fun time. Forever Young marks 3 out of the 4 songs on Square Up, making it into the top 10. This says a lot about society. Don't know what to do. Man, this song takes me back. I still remember the day when this came on after listening to Kill This Love, and I was blown away. A skillful demonstration of what makes a song great. Don't Know What to Do wows through a brilliant melody imbued with some brooding tinges of sadness as it slowly and gradually builds into the thrilling climax. A beat drop that sounds out of this world, with BLACKPINK performing at their absolute peak. The vocals are splendid, immaculate, awe-inspiring, words that can also be used to describe the song as a whole. Bloody fantastic. I finally get to review this song, a song that is very dear to me. Lovesick Girls very much represents the type of music that I would die for, and I'm grateful every day that they managed to deliver this authentic banger amid a slew of subpar releases. Why do I think I treasure this song so much? Because it's BLACKPINK and YG eschewing their usual antics, giving us an anthemic sung tune with gut-wrenching performances. The throbbing guitar, which is very much the star of the show here, allows the track to flow smooth as a river, and the injection of synth and hard-hitting percussion in the chorus, combined with the girls' invincible vocal blend, just washes over you in an unstoppable wave of euphoria. God bless. Number 2. As If It's Your Last, formerly my favorite BLACKPINK song. The day I heard this for the first time was the day my life changed for the better. It is undoubtedly the song that cemented my love for K-pop. It was but a regular Spotify autoplay recommendation, but that intro was already enough to grip me as I sat there with bated breath. The song breaks out into a carnival of memorable melodies and playful production, elements that deeply entranced me on first listen. BLACKPINK have always had a knack for pre-choruses, but the one in As If It's Your Last is among their best, a tremendous ascension that leads into what is quite simply one of the best choruses ever made. Overall, a highly exciting, ebullient, and eventful track. Also, I can't believe I didn't include this in my top 10 summer songs of all time video, like not even an honorable mention or anything. It just slipped my mind completely. Anyways, moving on to number 1. Number 1. Playing with Fire. This is the only BLACKPINK song that I would grant a flawless rating to. A perfect 10 out of 10. In my case, it's 100 out of 100. It's perfectly written, perfectly produced, perfectly performed. What more could you ask for? That intro with the pristine piano, so elegant, so tasteful, I could listen to just that on loop for 10 hours. But then we get to the beat drop. Oh my lord! That is electronic paradise right there. Every line, every lyric is spot on. Each segment seamlessly builds on the one before it to advance the story. It's passionate and intense. That blazing inferno of a chorus conveys exactly what the song is about. This uncontrollable burning love, being consumed by the flames of that sweltering synthesizer. Everything about this song is perfect from start to finish. There's nothing more I can say. Can't wait to see this live next year. And that will do it. I really enjoyed talking about some of these songs. This is actually a top 5 or top 10 that I'm quite happy with. The rest I could pretty much do without, but I'm glad we could end it on a high note. Let me know what you think about this list and your favorite Blackpink song down in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed this video. Remember to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.